Hello friends, and welcome to Gardening with Creekside. Today we are going to have a very fun nursery tour because oh my gosh, things are exploding. Our family was at the beach for all of last week and we came back and it's just like, oh my gosh, things have just woken up and it is so fun. So we're going to show you what is growing, blooming, and thriving here at the garden center that is ready for purchase right now. But before we get into it, two very exciting announcements, shall we say. Currently, right now, both online and here at the garden center, it is buy 4, get 4 free on all annuals. So all annuals here at Creekside Nursery, both at the garden center and online, they are buy 4, get 4 free. So have fun shopping. Basically, this is kind of like the end of the season. Let's get rid of these annuals, get them into your garden so that they can grow, bloom, and thrive through the rest of the season. So check that out. When supplies are gone, because that is the end. Also, long awaited, y'all have been waiting on these for at least a year now. The new sizes of the AquaPot inserts are available. We have them. Yes, we do. There is an extremely limited number of supply of these AquaPot inserts. I'm going to show them to you here in just a second, but I just wanted to make you aware of them at the beginning of the video. So you can go online and buy them. So basically, you know, you had the classic AquaPot insert, right? So now they've come out with a mini, a smaller one, and a larger one. So you have an additional size on both ends of that classic. The minis, the smaller ones, we're selling as a 4-pack. Proven Winners sent them to us. They were pre-packaged in this lovely box that has 4 inserts in it. So we're selling them as a set of 4 because honestly, I think more people could use the smaller inserts and you can use multiples of those. So we have a set of 4 and then the bigger ones that you can purchase individually. All of the information is online so you can order them. Y'all, if you want them, don't delay because when I say they are limited, they are limited. Proven Winners, we were only able to get 1 pallet of each from Proven Winners, and that is going to be it for the foreseeable future. So when they're gone, they are gone. Again, I will show them to you in just a minute. All right, so here we are down at the shrub lot. Of course, this is a full sun shrub lot, and so anything that you see here will grow, bloom, and thrive in your full sun garden. Of course, we are in North Carolina, a Zone 8A, and we specialize in providing plants that work in our lovely North Carolina southeast climate. So the heat, the humidity, the clay soil, all the things, we've got them all. And so, yes, so we're going to run through just some things that jumped out at me when we got here. Brenna is out exploring. And so I love this. This is Vanilla Spice. This is a summer sweet. Y'all, she is budding out with, look at all of those buds. This is a deciduous shrub. Summer sweets we love because I mean, their name explains itself. In the summer, it blooms and it smells extremely sweet. It reminds me a lot of like a gardenia, a honeysuckle. These bloom on new growth, so you're guaranteed to get flowers every year. So you want to shape it up about, you know, mid-February. They bloom, your pollinators love them. They smell divine. And then in the fall, their foliage turns like bright yellow, like big bird yellow. Love this shrub. It'll get to be about 3 to 6 tall, 3 to 5 wide. If you want to keep it, you know, in a smaller size, you can do that just by pruning it. And these are hardy in zones 4 to 9. So we've got the summer sweets that are getting ready to bloom. Of course, the hibiscus. We've got so many of the different summerific hibiscus. We've got them here. We've got them up there. They are covered in buds. Like, look at this. This one is the evening rose. So evening rose is what we have planted, but look at these massive buds, right? They are going to be popping probably within the next 10 days, I would say. And so the hibiscus are getting ready to come into all of their glory. Of course, your summerific hibiscus, your perennial hibiscus truly are perennials. They'll die back completely in the wintertime, but once they start blooming, oh my gosh, massive dinner plate size blooms, tons of colors. They love the sun. They love wet conditions. It is a great one to add. Also, as a side note, saw this when we came through. So these are the Bloomerang dark purple lilacs. This is a re-blooming lilac. And the reason I say this is because they're blooming, they're reblooming. Now, their second flush of flowers is not going to be as pronounced, as heavy, as thick as the initial one, but the Bloomerang Dark Purple, even though it's only rated, I think, to a zone 7, I have this at the house and it is in full sun, like sun up to sundown. It is on irrigation and she's thriving. So this is one of those things where you can't solely base whether you can grow it or not based on the growing conditions, what the tag says. You just kind of have to play with it. And that's our job here at Creekside, is I can say these do really, really well here because they've done well for us. Also, the Taste of Heaven blackberries. This is a thornless blackberry. I have one of these at the house. Y'all, they're putting on fruit. So we've got flowers, we've got fruit. These will take off. You put them in the ground, the landscape, definitely would recommend that because they just get so big. But you're going to have fruit this year. We've got flowers through here and they're just going to thrive in your garden. Delicious. Okay, look. I know we've talked about this the past couple of, I don't know, week or so, but the Pugster butterfly bushes are in bloom. This is pinker. Look how massive, look how huge these blooms are. They are just, and they smell, they do. They smell so good. Nice, fat blooms on them. If you want, you do not have to do this. I really don't do this unless there's an event like the Signature Experience here in just next week. You do not have to deadhead these, but they do bloom on new growth. So if you want to deadhead, you can. So let Jerry zoom in here just a little bit. So you'll find that the center bloom is going to bloom first and then you're going to get offshoots. So if you wanted to deadhead this, what I would do, I would come to the center one, come down like right here, see where these two, and I would snip it right there. That way it simply cleans up the plant and you're pruning the plant without officially pruning the plant. So it will encourage new growth. So if you want to clean up your pugsters, your butterfly bushes, you absolutely can. Do you have to? Absolutely not. It is a personal choice, and a lot of it depends on where you have it. High visibility, maybe you want to do that. If it's out somewhere where you're not going to be up close to it, who cares? Leave it alone. Smell amazing. Butterflies love them. The pollinators love them. They are great. Also, we're coming into the Rose of Sharon season. At the house, I have my blue chiffon. She is in full bloom. My white chiffon has one bloom on her yesterday. I suspect she'll probably have more today. And then we have got this is one of the rouges, I think. And so she's down here. I saw her. She was tucked in somebody else. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Just lovely. Of course, your Rose of Sharon, they love it in the full sun. Again, bloom on new growth. You're guaranteed to have flowers every year. And then once they start blooming, they just keep going. So Rose of Sharon are great. Most of them are going to be big. So they're going to have that columnar habit to them. So if you want to stick them on like in the center of a bed, corner of a house, whatever you want to do, just know that the majority of them can get like in that 10-foot range. Not too wide, but they do get tall. So we have that. So here we have, of course, more of those. All these are the summerific hibiscus, those perennial hibiscus, and you can see that they are just loving life and covered in buds. Give us about what? 2 weeks maybe, and this whole section, if it's still here, is going to be a huge display of color. Speaking of something that is getting ready to really explode are the little lime punches. Y'all, look at this. Look how beautiful these hydrangeas are. Panicles are going to bloom a little bit later than like your arborescent hydrangeas, a little bit later than your macrophyllus, because they bloom on new growth. So that means the plant has to have time to put this new growth on and then form the flowers. So it's nice that you can get a good succession of blooms from your smooth, your max, and then even your oak leaves bloom a little bit earlier than your panicles. But once the little lime punch begins blooming, she doesn't stop. She's glorious. Very, very stocky plant, very firm. It does not flop in the rain. Y'all, when we were at the beach and we came home, my rain gauge said that we had gotten 7 inches of rain while we were gone. This is not a floppy hydrangea at all. Like very, very sturdy, right? Nice and thick, beautiful. They start out a little bit of a lime green and will turn to a really like iridescent cream. Love this plant. 3 to 5 feet tall and wide. You can prune it. You need to prune it like in February. Hardy to a zone 8. So Little Lime Punch is definitely one of my all-time #1 hydrangeas that I absolutely love. Down to screw from when we were doing the pergola, so we're going to hold on to that. All right, so speaking of different hydrangeas, let's see, because I think, oh, here we go. Sorry, the Rose of Sharon, the blue chiffon. Come over here. Because I think right now everybody's really focused on color, right? You want color, you want the flowers. It is the season for flowers, and that's what everybody wants. So we have got this, these are right here under the water, so they've been pounded even with the irrigation here. But here's that blue chiffon, right? That's a nice little double flower on that. Really kind of, maybe not technically blue, maybe more of a lavender, but just an absolutely great Rose of Sharon that you're gonna love. Now, we've got a couple of these, and I think we have more in the pines. But the camellias, I know it's a weird time to think about camellias because camellias bloom in the fall, but this is that Just Chill red tip from Proven Winners, and I think you can understand why it has that name. Look at all this beautiful new growth on this. So no, it's not flowering yet. It'll bloom in the fall, but you've got really fun color interest on this because of that new color, that new growth. It is that beautiful red. So these are going to be fall bloomers. They love the sun. Camellias, right, iconic here in the South. So we've got that Just Chill red tip. And then getting ready to come into it, they are about to burst forth with color. And in fact, I see one over here. Let me grab it. The Vitex, the chase trees, whatever you want to call it, right? It goes by both names. This is Rock Steady. Now, this is a 3-gallon shrub, right? This will turn into a small tree in that 10 to 12 multi-trunk, think small crepe myrtle, that kind of shape to it. But it is just starting to show the color of these light lavender purple flowers. They're going to be covered. It reminds me of a very large butterfly bush, right? That kind of look of the flower to it. Your pollinators go nuts, and I think it has a nice little smell to it. I think it has a nice little fragrance. Full sun, fast grower, very fast grower. It is not going to take you long to get to that small tree look. The Rock Steady, the difference between this Vitex and other chase trees is that it will hold its bloom for 3 to 4 weeks longer than your traditional ones. So Rock Steadies are gorgeous. I mean, these are beautiful, beautiful plants. You need to come get one. If you have room in your full sun garden, you need this for sure. Okay, let's talk about the inserts. So let me go grab some of those inserts. Let me show you the new sizes of the AquaPot inserts. All right, my friends, so we had to run up here to production to the shipping department to show you the inserts because evidently CC sold a bunch of them this weekend. So first, let's start with the big one because that's the easiest one to show you. So this is the new larger size. This is going to be, the dimensions are on the front. It said 18 inches wide, 12 inches high. So these are going to be for your really large containers. This is what is going to give you that great self-watering feature in your traditional regular containers. So it turns that great container that you love, that you bought whenever, into a self-watering container. So there you go. So these are the big ones. It says, of course, the key benefits for the AquaPots is that it gives you that continuous release of water and fertilizer. If you put some slow release in there to your plants, it uses 75% less water and 50% less soil than standard planters. Basically, you're going to water once a week. So especially if you're in those areas of the country that are under like water restrictions and you're really trying to conserve your water a lot, these inserts are going to help a ton. You can clean them, reuse them for years and years. And then this is what the box is going to look like with the 4 minis. These are going to be a 12 by 12 by 20. Or is that the box? That might be the box. I am not sure. Let's open it up and find out. So when you get the box, they're going to, yes, that was the box, y'all, sorry. 11 inches wide, 7 inches high. I was like, there's no way these are 20. So when you open up the box, they're gonna have 3 of them are gonna be stacked together. This is just to make that box smaller. So let me show you what the one, because they have one in here together, what it looks like. So there you go. So this is what I'm calling the minis, right? And that's what they call them as well. 11 inches wide, 7 inches high. These are going to be perfect for those containers that the classic one is just even too big for. So you've got this. Now, one thing that they have done to improve these AquaPot inserts, they were listening to the feedback from all of us folks, is they have included these bright yellow water indicators, right? So basically it's like a really thick, heavy duty foam. So what's going to happen is when you pop up your water tube, you're going to pop this in there. And then when it's full, it's going to stick up more. So you can mark that, or you can mark it when it's basically empty. So you know, so you can drop this in so it's a water indicator. Now, personally, I don't want to leave this in my pot because I don't want a bright yellow indicator sticking out in my garden. So I'll just put this in my garden closet. Then when I go out to go water, I can drop it in, gauge where my water level is, so I know whether I need to fill up the AquaPot insert or if it is full and doing just fine. So these are all available online. The minis are sold in a box of 4. It makes also a great pointer. So they're sold in sets of 4. The larger ones are sold individually. Remember, all orders over $175 ship for free. So if you want free shipping, just add a couple more things in your cart. Do your AquaPot light inserts. Take care, take advantage of that buy 4, get 4 free. And man, you're gonna have free shipping before you know it. All right. Let's continue with the nursery tour. Friends, we are also in daylily season. Daylilies have started blooming and they are beautiful. So here we have that great going bananas. I mean, look at that. Is that not an absolutely beautiful, nice, soft yellow? It's not too harsh. Like, it's not a crazy, it's very soft to the eye, shall we say. So this is gonna be a shorter one at 19 to 22 inches tall. Your daylilies are going to be hardy in zones 3 to 9. Of course, they do love the full sun, and that's what I love about the Proven Winners. Like, that's Primal Scream, which is electric. It is a great Clemson orange. Love that. And then this one is the Blazing Glory. So you've got a really nice bicolor here, nice ruffled edges. So within that Rainbow Rhythm series of the daylilies with Proven Winners, you get different colors, you get different petal shapes, you get different sizes, and they bloom and bloom and bloom. So love these plants. No, you're always going to tell me the deer decimate mine. So if you have deer problem, maybe not the best plant for you, but if you don't have deer, this is a gorgeous plant. The phloxes, these are of course the opening acts. They are blooming. A really fun, really neat is the Dicentra. This is white diamonds, which is going to be relatively new. This is that really kind of that fern foliage. They are rated as a full sun. Here in the South, I would give them a break in the afternoon if you can. We probably need to move these to a little bit of a shadier location just because they're starting to get a little bit of a burn to them. But a really fun white bleeding heart. Very cool. Let's start here in the back. So if you are looking to bring pollinators to your garden, then you need Blue Fortune. This is an Agastache. The honeybees are all over this plant. They love it. It is super easy to grow. I don't know if it's officially deer rabbit resistant. I just know that I have this up at the chicken coop where I have big rabbit problems and they have not touched it at all. But a great way to support, especially your honeybees, your bumblebees, literally covering these plants. Now, somebody made a comment on one of the recent videos about that she was really surprised how I handled plants that have so many pollinators on it. Y'all, these little guys, they don't care. They are not aggressive. You can come in here and you can touch the blooms. You can put your hands in here. They'll fly on you. They'll fly around. They are not going to come and attack you. These are not these aggressive wasps or yellow jackets. they're doing their own thing. Now, if you go in there and try to grab it, they're gonna sting you. But just being in here nice and gentle, they do not care at all. So Blue Fortune is great. If you're looking to put in perennial grasses, it is the time to do it because it is hot and they love it hot. So like this is the Niagara Falls, that nice big 4x4 blue grass. Love this one. We've got the Eucomis. This one is the Safari Adventure. It is like a pineapple lily would be what it would also be called. You can see it's getting ready to bloom. It's more of a bulb-like plant. But they do really well, full sun conditions. Salvias, got those. Of course, more of the perennial grasses, whether you want something short like the Cheyenne Sky, you want tall with a patchy rose, you want that nice chartreuse color with the lemon squeeze. I mean, perennial grasses, this is the time to plant them because they love the heat. The echinaceas, same thing with echinaceas, my friend. Like, look at all of these beautiful colors. You have got the Sombrero series with that orange. You've got yellow, my darling, in here. Lots of really gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful plants. The white, this is the Price is White. Love that. She is getting ready to be in full bloom. Got the reds. You've got the Stokes asters. These are great too. So this is a great native perennial. I've got these in the cottage garden. My gosh, they are blooming again. Great pollinator attractor. You've got your little honeybee right here. So the whites is going to be a beautiful one. That is the Totally Stoked White Caps. And then this is fun. This is the Alstroemeria. This is Summer Heat. So these are just beginning, have tons of buds. Probably tomorrow they'll be in full bloom. Big, bold, red flowers. Have this at the chicken coop. Again, makes a great cut flower. We've got the Baptisias. Meredith is over here watering Monardas because Monardas love the water. They're kind of on the end of their bloom cycle, right? That's what we love about Monardas and all perennials in general. We have different seasons. We have that succession planting. So your Monardas may be going out, but guess what's coming in? Your Agastache, your Nithophias, right? Y'all, again, pollinators are over these plants like crazy. So you've got the hot and cold Nithophia covered in honeybees. Then we've got the orange blaze, nice bold orange, again, like crazy. We got honeybees everywhere. They are loving living life here at Creekside. The Veronicas. This is the Magic Show Ever After. Look at that. Beautiful blue. And then the daisies. The daisies are in all their glory right now. If you like the spun silk with that shredded almost like leaf to it. Banana Cream 2 has the pink. And then we've got Daisy May, which is that solid, beautiful, classic white. You've got that as well. So tons and tons and tons of options for you with your perennials. Somebody was asking about the elephant ears on the last nursery tour. So this is, we've got Pharaoh's Mask, which is the greener one. So this has really nice dark ribbing on it. Beautiful. Unless you bring it in, it's probably going to be an annual for you. So you've got the Pharaoh's Mask, that is the Calicasia. And then we've got, I know at least this one, this is the Redemption. So it too is a Calicasia, but it is that near black. Beautiful. So we have those as well. Of course, so all the annuals, buy 4, get 4. So whether that is your portulaca, your caladiums, whatever it is, if it's in here and it is an annual, it is buy 4, get 4 for free. It would just be like sizes, right? So we do have some 8-inch containers of the caladiums. So you buy that when you get another 8-inch for free on that. I mean, salvias, y'all, look, it is not too late to be planting annuals at all. They will love life and your garden will explode, especially caladiums. Caladiums, it is hot, it is humid. This is when they want to go into the ground. Hanging baskets, landscapes, containers, sun, shade, you name it, they can do it. You will love it. I'm gonna be planting some because we're gonna be, I got a couple of holes that I need to fill in before the signature experience next week. So guess what I'm going to be using? I'm going to be using caladiums, and I'm going to be using some of these big, beautiful plants that are ready to go. So take advantage of these things, people. Take advantage for sure. More perennials. Like, look at this. Look at that. This is the Daisy May. Is she not beautiful? Stunning. Love this plant. Love it. The yarrow, so we've got Firefly Red Pop, which is a beautiful red. The sedums, so this is the grow in black and black, back in black. That is a mouthful. We've got those. Yeah, all the petunias. I mean, just tons of things, y'all. Oh, we have not talked about this. We were at the beach and Cece sent me a picture. Now, this is not the best picture. I mean, the best bloom because it's at the end of the cycle, but irises. So we have a new one this year. It's from Walter's Gardens. You're just gonna have to, maybe I can throw the picture up. This is Pinkerton. And Pinkerton is a Japanese iris, full sun to part shade. Beautiful, nice, soft, pale pink flower. They're just beginning, so we've got a bud right here. We also have the eyeliner. So this is eyeliner down here. This is that nice cream with the purple on the edge, yellow throat, lovely. Petunias, Bordeaux, sun patience, you name it, they are here. The Stokes asters again. Oh, here's some alstroemeria that's blooming. So we were looking at the summer heat over there. So over here, you can see what they look like. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Like a really great pop of red and yellow. These are going to be 36 to 42 inches tall, and they are going to be hardy in zones 6 to 9. When I say mine are planted in the absolute worst soil in the planet, that is the truth, and they're doing really well. Your denim and lace, your Russian sage is in bloom. I saw it, we were sitting on the front porch this morning. I could see it from the berm blooming. Like I said, the Stokes asters, whether they have the white or the blue, those are available. I mean, y'all, there are so many different things. Again, the Agastaches, we've got, of course, more Blue Fortune right here. But we've got the proven winners, both the Meant to Bees, the Royal Raspberry, and then the Queen Nectarine. They're going to be a little bit different size, you can tell. Queen Nectarines can be a little bit taller. The Royal Raspberry has a darker foliage. Plant them. Pollinators love them. Sun, kind of drier conditions, well-draining soil, they love it. And then the, look at these with the yarrow. So we had seen the red pop, and then look, we've got Firefly Fuchsia. Look at that. Lovely, lovely purple. Just, y'all, there's tons of options. The Coreopsis are blooming. Look, you've got the designer threads, both the reds, we've got the uptick golden bronze. I mean, there's just so many things that are blooming right now that are just stunning. So I know the heat's coming. It's here. I mean, after this video, I'm gonna spend all day outside today, fertilizing, doing different stuff. We're gonna get hot and sweaty. That's all right, it is good. So just work in the morning or in the evening, whenever you can, or just say, you know what, I'm going to embrace the heat. I'm going to join the sauna and yeah, just have fun, because there are certain plants that do really well being planted in the heat of the summer. And so now is the time to go ahead and add those to your garden. You're going to love them, and they're going to, whether it's a perennial, give you years of color, or if it's an annual, going to give you a beautiful long growing season of all that color. So open Wednesdays through Saturdays, 9 to 3. And let's see, the buy one, get one, buy 4, get 4 free, both online and at the garden center. The AquaPot inserts, while they last, they are here, so grab them while you can. As always, we so appreciate you. If you have found this fun, informative, and inspirational, please like and subscribe to Garden Creekside. That way you don't miss those 5 videos that we bring to you each and every week. Y'all have an amazing day. I'm gonna go spend the day in the garden. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.